All right, class, so I'm going to go over what we're doing this week. So sit tight, strap in your seatbelts. And I probably should apologize for my dog right now. He's behind me. You kind of see him there. He's chewing a bone, and he's just destroying it. And, you can hear, his teeth gnashing against it. And it doesn't sound healthy. I should probably do something about it. But instead, I'm just going to subject you to the noise of that gnashing while I do this video. Whatever. Okay, so this week, we got a lot of stuff to look forward to. This week, you're going to have an opportunity to just take a bit of a breather. I'm not assigning as much this week. I'm going to give you guys some time to focus on finishing your special interest blogs. So, you have that to look forward to. And speaking of those special interest blogs, you do have an assignment attached to that module. If you go to your module, and this is my teacher view, so you're going to see a lot of stuff here that you don't get to see, just how it looks like on my end. But if you go to your module down here, and you notice the second page, there's a new assignment there called blog links. And if you click blog links, it's an assignment. It's really easy. All you have to do is submit in a copy of your URL to your blog. So give me a copy of your web address. Give me a link to your blog. Make sure that you've made it public. Make sure that anyone in the Kern High School District can see it if you're doing it on Google Sites. And you're just going to turn in a link to me. It's going to be one of the easiest assignments you do for me this week, probably ever. So make sure you get that done by September 21st. Now, as for the homework this week, you are going to notice that a few more pages have opened up. And like I said, we don't have a lot to do this week as far as work goes on the modules. And so you do have a really important task here. So I've given you an excerpt from a novel. Many of you guys may have already read this. It's a popular book. It's called Wonder by R.J. Palacio. And I'm just going to open up a copy here. And it looks like this. And just like what we've been doing with our nonfiction just like we've been doing with our nonfiction articles, what you're going to do is you're going to go through and you're going to annotate the story. And as I was grading some of your annotations already from the Picstar article, I do notice that a few of you guys are forgetting to leave comments in the side margins. So if you don't know how to do that, it's really easy. You just highlight over whatever's important. Okay, you're going to click the button to the side here with a plus mark on it that says add a comment. And then you'll just add your comments in right there. But I don't want to do that. Okay? So make sure in the box you describe what your purpose is for reading. If you don't know where to find that, it's real easy. It's at the top of the lesson page for 1.2.3. And your purpose for reading is, why does Augie want his mom to buy a new rolling duffel bag? And so that's the question that you'll be asking yourself as you read. As you read, you're going to be highlighting things that are important. You're going to highlight main ideas. You're going to highlight amazing facts or, qualities of the character. Okay, you might highlight something that's confusing to you. And if you do see something that's confusing to you, that's going to be a good time to use that comment feature in the side margin. So you'll highlight what's confusing and then ask yourself a question over here to the side. That would be a good thing for you to do. And so you'll just read this. Oops. And I thought there was more here. I'll have to double check that later. Yeah, so anyways, you'll just read that, and I want to see you annotate it, and you should be good to go. There's something definitely wrong with this that I'm going to have to fix. There's only one page to it. I wonder why. Maybe that's just my computer being weird. I'll figure it out. Anyways, so you'll turn the page, you'll click next, and you'll see that there's also a discussion. So we're wrapping up the first, set of lessons here, and we're going to wrap it up with a discussion. And it's really important that you guys do follow all of the rules to this discussion, okay? You're going to write 3 things that you learned while you were completing this module. And you're going to write 2 things that you found interesting about it, okay? What did you learn about annotating text? What did you learn about Picstar? What did you learn about yourself, really, adapting to, not only is high school new for you, but you've had to adapt to online learning where the stakes are bigger and the expectations are much larger as well. And so tell me those 2 things you find interesting, and then write 1 thing that you will now do as a result of what you've learned. Okay, now that you've finished this module, answer the prompts to help you reflect on what you've learned. You will not see others' responses until you post your response. And so remember that after you post your first initial response, you'll be able to see your classmates' work, and it is important that you respond to at least 2 of your classmates' posts, okay? Do not forget to do that. As I was grading discussion papers this week, I had to give a lot of people incomplete scores because they were not commenting on their classmates' work. And I mean, it was a real bummer too, because many of you guys had so many important, wonderful things to say in your initial comment, but because you didn't complete the task, because you didn't respond to those 2 others, you didn't get full credit for it. So, it's okay. It's a little daunting. It's a little scary sometimes having to comment on other people's work. So just remember there are a few tools to help here. You can check out Netiquette, and you can use these sentence frames right here. So you can respond to a partner by saying, I like what you said because ... fill in the blank. Can you please explain what you mean by, and then explain yourself. And then can you provide an example of ... I agree with you ... because ... Okay, these are just some sentence frames that you can, launch a reply to. And so you'll put in those 3 posts, and you'll turn the page, and we are going to start the next module. Now, you're not going to see this page because this is for teachers only. That's for me. But you are going to see this. And so we're going to be outlining the learning goals that you'll learn in this brand new module. And we're only going to dip our toes in it. We're not going to get too crazy here and jump right into Module 2. But it will introduce to you what you will be learning. So in this module, you will be able to identify and label how events in a story work. Okay, and not only that, you'll be able to find evidence that is relevant to claims. So you're going to practice a little argumentative writing here. And you're also going to learn how to take a quote and put it into your own words. You're going to learn what we like to call in the biz paraphrasing, which is a helpful skill. And if you're curious, these are the English Language Arts Common Core State Standards. And if you're learning English as a second language, these are the ELD standards just to help support your learning. And so we're only going to dip our toes wet in this module just a little bit this week. And you will need to answer this essential question right here. Okay? How do people react when faced with conflict and crisis? And you'll watch this video, and it will discuss how, teens are banding together to make change. And I'm getting ahead of myself. That's really all we're doing this week. And so, you can tell it's not going to be as tough as past weeks. I'm not giving you that much stuff to work on, but that's because I do expect you to be spending a lot of your time this week perfecting and polishing your blogs. I'm still seeing that a lot of us haven't even turned ours in yet. So we're going to address that this week. We're going to get our lives together. And I'm really excited to see all these beautiful websites that you guys create. So that's it from me. Thanks for listening. If you have any questions or concerns, you know how to reach me. And I would just love to help you out. That's it. All right. Let's have a good week together. Bye.